start. Sir, our constitution has also emphasized this composite character of our culture. The language which is going to be the official language of the Indian Union. It has been laid down in the Constitution will reflect the diversity of our composite culture. There is no attempt anywhere at establishing uniformity. From this point of view, the attempt to reorganize the state, recognizing the differences which exist, is a move in the right direction. It is a wise and a statesman-like move. The essence of statesmanship is not to do something according to a formula. Something may be ideal on paper, but when we face certain facts, the essence of statesmanship is to face those facts and to recognize the differences or the diversities or the difficulties which exist and then to find a solution in which these difficulties, these diversities, and these differences may be reconciled. The present bill takes a further step in that direction, but my regret is that this bill did not form part of the state's reorganization bill. If the proposals contained in this bill had been presented as a part of the general proposals in the state's reorganization bill, perhaps this extra attention which has been paid to the particular problems discussed in this bill would not have been given. So much time and attention would not have been consumed over this question if we were dealing with a larger number of problems. When we look into the totality of the situation in India, we look at the problems in a general way, but when we isolate one particular problem from the general totality of the picture and look at only one isolated problem, there is always a risk, there is always a danger that we might exaggerate the importance of some particular items. One of the reasons why there has been so much discussion over this rather small bill as the Honorable Home Minister prescribed it is because it has been isolated from the general picture of the reorganization of Indian states. With regard to the particular proposals which have been made, sir, I do not wish to speak at length at this late stage. These are, in essence, the result of discussions and, shall I say, if not complete agreement, at least a reduction to a minimum of the differences which existed between the different groups. The various demands and counterdemands of the different states. The use of the term state in this connection is somewhat unfortunate. If we had talked of provinces instead of states, there would have been less of feeling on this issue, but be that as it may, these demands of the different states have been before the country for a number of years. After a great deal of discussion over this particular bill, we have come to what may be regarded as more or less agreed settlements. The Bengal government had made certain demands. The Bihar government had made certain demands. Perhaps in a case like this, it would have been better if these demands had not been made publicly in that particular manner. It might have been better if the governments had discussed it among themselves, but whatever that be, the states reorganization commission took into consideration all the recommendations, all the demands, all the claims and counterclaims of the different states, and they made certain recommendations with regard to the transfer of certain territories from Bihar to Bengal in the northern region and certain territories from West Bengal to Bihar. So far as the territories in the north are concerned, unfortunately, as the Honorable Prime Home Minister stated today, also there was a defect in the proposal of the States Reorganization Commission, but my honorable friend Pandit Kunjru, who is absent today, made it very clear in his speech before the House and that mistake had arisen because the commission had been given certain defective maps. The idea of the commission throughout was to suggest the redistribution of the territories in the northern region in such a way that West Bengal may become one compact state. They had made the particular recommendation which they made partly because one of the rivers in that region is continually shifting its channel and partly because defective maps and been used. And Pandit Kunjru, in his speech before this house, left no doubt in the matter that if the correct maps had been before them, they would have framed their recommendations in a manner which would have ensured that West Bengal was one compact state. As regards the needs of the compact state, I do not have to add anything after that what was said by the Honorable Home Minister today. For administrative purposes. It is essential that a state must be a compact unit because otherwise, with regard to the problem of law and order, with regard to the problem of movement of goods, particular with regard to the smuggling of materials and goods from India into Pakistan in this border region is state divided into two different units with another state intervening in between would face all kinds of difficulties. Now, sir, my honorable friend who spoke last, who also agreed that there should be a compact state of West Bengal, but he asked why should the boundary of this compact state be 200 yards to the west of the national highway. Now, sir, it's obvious that if you are going to make it a compact state, that area which connects the two disjoint parts must be of such a size that it is a practicable proposition. You can theoretically give only 100 yards all along the Pakistan frontier, but obviously such a transfer of territory would not serve any purpose whatever. Now a suggestion has been made that the national highway with an area of about 200 yards to the west of it would be the boundary line in order to ensure proper arrangements for the maintenance of the road and also for the proper vigilance. Stop.